Here is the Avast Security News Roundup for the week ending November 18th, 2022. Over 15,000 WordPress sites compromised in malicious SEO campaign. A new malicious campaign has compromised over 15,000 WordPress websites in an attempt to redirect visitors to bogus Q&A portals. These malicious redirects appear to be designed to increase the authority of the attacker's sites for search engines. Security researcher Ben Martin said in a report published last week, calling it a clever black hat SEO trick. The search engine poisoning technique is designed to promote a handful of fake, low-quality Q&A sites that share similar web-building templates and are operated by the same threat actor. A notable aspect of the campaign is the ability of the hackers to modify over 100 files per website on average, an approach that contrasts dramatically from other attacks of this kind, wherein only a limited number of files are tampered with to reduce footprint and escape detection. Read more at the Hacker News. TikTok can be used as an aggressive weapon by China against the U.S., FBI Director says. FBI Director Christopher Wray reiterated the Bureau's long-standing national security concerns about Chinese-owned video app TikTok to lawmakers Tuesday and said the agency is sharing its views with officials who are weighing a deal that would allow it to keep operating in the U.S. Wray told lawmakers China's government could use the app to control millions of users' data or software and its recommendation algorithm, which determines which videos users will see next, could be used to influence operations if they so choose. Under Chinese law, Chinese companies are required to essentially, and I'm going to shorthand here, basically do whatever the Chinese government wants them to do in terms of sharing information or serving as a tool of the Chinese government, Wray told the House Homeland Security Committee. That's plenty of reason by itself to be extremely concerned. Read more at South China Morning Post. Google settles location history lawsuit with 40 states and will pay $392 million. Google has settled a privacy lawsuit with a coalition of 40 state attorneys general today. Google agreed to pay $391.5 million in misleading location history settings the company was running from 2014 to 2020. Google's location history settings have gotten it in trouble with several regulatory bodies. The action began after a 2018 Associated Press article pointed out that the location history checkbox didn't control all Google's location history across your entire account, and that many location tracking features lived under a second checkbox called Web and App Activity. Consumers might turn off the location history checkbox, thinking it stopped all Google location tracking, but it was only for a single Google Map feature. Google lost the case in Australia over this setting in 2021 and recently settled a separate lawsuit with Arizona for $85 million. A few other states still have pending lawsuits. Read more at Ars Technica. Iranian hackers compromised a U.S. federal agency's network via Log4Shell exploit. Iranian been blamed for compromising a U.S. federal agency by taking advantage of the Log4Shell vulnerability in an unpatched VMware Horizon server. The details, which were shared by the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, come in response to incident response efforts undertaken by the authority from mid-June through mid-July 2022 Cyber threat actors exploited the Log4Shell vulnerability in an unpatched VMware Horizon server, installed XMRig crypto mining software, moved laterally to the domain controller, compromised credentials, and then implanted ngrok reverse proxies on several hosts to maintain persistence. CISA noted. Read more at the Hacker News. FDX's new CEO says crypto exchange suffered complete failure of corporate controls. The new CEO of embattled crypto exchange, FDX, John J. Ray III, helped manage the fallout from one of the most infamous financial collapses in the last several decades, that of Enron. But in a bankruptcy court filing Thursday, Ray called the situation at FTX a failure unlike any he's seen. FTX, once the second largest cryptocurrency exchange, filed for bankruptcy on Friday after a rival exchange, Beyonce, backed out of a deal to acquire it. Former FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried resigned and is said to be in the Bahamas. Read the whole story at CNET. Facebook will remove political and religious views from profiles on December 1st. Your Facebook page will say less about you in a few weeks. After an early citing by consultant Matt Navarra, Meta has confirmed that it's removing addresses interested in read sexual orientation, political views, and religion from Facebook profiles as of December 1st. The move is meant to make Facebook easier to navigate and use, a spokesman told TechCrunch. If you filled out any of these fields, you'll get a notification about the change. Read more at Engadget. Tim Cook says Apple will use chips made in America from 2024. Apple is preparing to source its chips from U.S. and Europe manufacturers within a couple of years, as Bloomberg reports. During an internal meeting held in Germany, Apple CEO Tim Cook confirmed that the company will start buying chips made in the U.S. from 2024. Cook said, "We've already made a decision to be buying out of a plant in Arizona, and its plant in Arizona starts up in 2024, so we've got about 2 years ahead of us on that one, maybe a little less." See more at PC Mag. Intel unveils real-time deepfake detector, claims 96% accuracy rate. On Monday, Intel introduced Fake Catcher, which says is the first real-time detector of deepfakes. That is, synthetic media in which a person in an existing image or video is replaced with someone else's likeness. Intel claims the product has a 96% accuracy rate and works by analyzing the subtle blood flow in video pixels to return results in milliseconds. Ilke Demir, senior staff research scientist in Intel Labs, designed Fake Catcher in collaboration with Umar Siftsi from the State University of New York at Binghamton. The product uses Intel hardware and software, runs on a server and interface to a web-based platform. See VentureBeat for more. This week's must-read on the Avast Blog. The holiday season is almost upon us. Here's some excellent advice on being a savvy online shopper. Read the article at the link listed, or watch my video by following the YouTube link. Did you know piano strings are high tensile steel wires? Some in the bass range are also wrapped in copper wiring. The total pulling strength over the whole set of strings inside a piano is equal to roughly 35,000 pounds. Bubblegum is pink because that was the only food dye available in the factory where it was made. Plants have ways of communicating with each other. The scent of freshly cut grass is equivalent to a cry for help. Just thought you might want to know. That wraps up this week's Avast Security News Roundup. I know my voice hasn't really gotten any better. There's always next week. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.